that's a nice decoration, yeah.
Yes, this tree is a good representative of most of the countries that we have visited. And some of these decors were also gifts from our friends. A lot of good memories, even if this last year was not a very happy one.
Well, we did accomplish a lot. By the way, here's one more decoration that I got visiting a school this year, which was fun. And yeah, it's true. This is a great memory of the whole year.
And we did celebrate 3 big anniversaries.
Yeah, the anniversaries were very significant, really, for Mongolia. So one was USAID celebrating its 30th year here. That's a very impressive record. And then, of course, the Peace Corps celebrating its 30th year here. Both of those are institutions we're pretty proud of, very proud of, and we know that they're valued by Mongolians. And then, of course, 75th year of Fulbright throughout the world, but Fulbright's done a lot here in Mongolia too, just bringing the two countries together.
And when you think about it, last year we didn't have any vaccines.
Yeah, and we've done a lot to help Mongolia. We're very proud of that. I mean, it's always a two-way street, a lot of cooperation in both directions, but yeah, from our side, we contributed a lot through COVAX to Mongolia, and also we contributed a lot bilaterally in terms of equipment and training, and of course over 1 million Pfizer vaccines that we were able to give to Mongolia. So I think it's really contributed, I would say, mightily to Mongolia's effort against this pandemic that we're all fighting.
Despite this challenging year, our embassy has never been stronger. I feel that our first family is the U.S. Embassy here in Mongolia.
And it's great that we're starting the process of construction of an embassy. So it'll take a few years for sure, but we are advancing toward that goal, and that's very important for us too.
And all the groundbreaking that we've been to, for example, our memorable trip to UVS and opening that kindergarten.
And also we've opened an American corner, yet another American corner, this time in Darhan. That was very important. Meanwhile, the MCC project, that $350 million project to address Ulaanbaatar's water problems, is really making nice progress. So we did a groundbreaking in the city for some of those large, important facilities that are a major first step toward really completing this huge project and this really important project from the point of view of the city's water system. And then, of course, we're doing a lot of training. So it's not just that we're building things, opening things, but we're also continuing expanding our training, things like English language, disaster preparedness, and all the other things that really represent our embassy's priorities and our government's priorities.
We've made investments for a brighter future for Mongolia and the U.S.
Absolutely. One of the really excellent USAID projects that's proceeding right now is supporting small and medium enterprises throughout the country. Many of those enterprises are women-owned. That's another one of those exciting areas. So really, for many reasons, we wish everybody a very happy 2022. Shin Oni Mint Hulki.
Sambanu. On behalf of the Australian Embassy, I want to wish everyone watching happy holidays and a happy, safe New Year. My wife Rosemary and I are delighted to be celebrating our first New Year's in Mongolia. This upcoming year is especially significant for us as it marks the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between Australia and Mongolia. Despite 2021 presenting us with many of the same challenges to overcome because of this pandemic, we have much to be optimistic about as we head into 2022. Mongolia's strong vaccination rates and rapid response to COVID-19 has allowed us the privilege of a growing normalcy and a return to many activities we normally take for granted. Australia was happy to contribute to Mongolia's vaccination campaign, just as Mongolia kindly supported Australia during the bushfires in 2020. As we celebrate a half-century of growing relations, we want to highlight the achievements and links we have forged based on our shared values and interests as democracies and free market economies. To all our partners, colleagues, and the Mongolian people, thank you for all your support and cooperation, and we look forward to another year of friendship. Shin Jilin Med Hurge, Bayarala.
Hello everyone, this is Philip Malone, the British Ambassador to Mongolia. I'm very grateful to MNB for this opportunity to send greetings to all of your viewers at this time in Mongolia. I remember at this time last year, we were facing a lot of challenges from the COVID-19 pandemic, which affected everyone's lives in so many ways. Things have been getting a little bit better, but we're still facing challenges as we approach 2022, but I hope things will improve next year. For the British Embassy, the last year has seen some changes. We've managed to do a number of things during the year. We've been a bit more productive. And I was especially pleased that His Excellency President Hurulsuk was able to visit Glasgow for the very important Climate Change Summit, COP26 in November. And we hope to continue collaborating with Mongolia on climate change and other issues during 2022. So I hope everyone will take the opportunity to spend time with friends and families and enjoy the festivities as we approach the end of the year. With that in mind, I wish everyone in Mongolia a very happy, successful, prosperous, and most of all healthy 2022. Thank you.
Hello, dear friends and colleagues. Signed by Nu Erhem Andud Hamtrajda. The past year has brought many challenges, but despite these, Canada and Mongolia continue to enjoy very strong bilateral relations, and together we have achieved many successes. In Canada, as in Mongolia, we have been focused on fighting the COVID pandemic. The advent of vaccines and the high rates of vaccination in both Canada and Mongolia have enabled us to start moving back towards regular life, perhaps with a new appreciation for activities that we might have taken for granted in the past. In Canada, the discovery of unmarked graves at former residential schools shocked and profoundly saddened us, and emphasized to us that we must strengthen our commitment to reconciliation with Indigenous peoples. In May 2021, we held the 9th Canada-Mongolia Roundtable, and we adopted the Roadmap for Comprehensive Partnership to chart the way forward as we continue to strengthen our bilateral relationship. A solid relationship based on our shared values of democracy, respect for the rule of law, and respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. Our team in the Embassy of Canada has worked with tremendous dedication to further diversify our trade and commercial relations with Mongolia, to support Canada's development assistance projects and feminist international assistance policy in Mongolia, promote Canadian values and diplomatic initiatives, and provide consular services to Canadians. We will continue to pursue all of these objectives in 2022 in innovative and sustainable ways, knowing that equity, justice, diversity, and inclusion, including gender equality and the empowerment of women and girls, are the key to success in everything that we do. Combating climate change is a top priority for both Canada and Mongolia. In 2021, we witnessed severe impacts of climate change in both our countries. In the new year, we will work to find new ways for Canada to exchange best practices and expertise in green innovation with Mongolia. In the international arena in 2022, Canada will continue to stand up to support international peace and security, the rule of law, democracy, and respect for human rights. we will continue working with Mongolia on international issues of mutual interest. I wish you and your families a very happy New Year. Bitand tabuktin ger buld, az jargal duren shin onig husht ben. Bartla.
Good evening. This is my first time starting a new year in Mongolia since I assumed my duties as EU ambassador in September 21. My first months have been very busy. I had the opportunity to travel to Selenge, Darkhan and Numnugabi Imak to have a better understanding of Mongolia and its people. We share the same value of democracy, human rights and rule of law. For Mongolia, the European Union is a third neighbor. For the European Union, Mongolia is the most valued partner. Mongolia has an important role in a complex region with a unique geographic position. I have a very dynamic agenda going forward the next years. My ambition is to make Mongolia more resilient and diversify its economy, as well as promoting trade exchange with the European Union. We have just adopted the new programming 21-27. First, we will work with Mongolia on green sustainable and green energy transition. We encourage the reduction of carbon emission by investing in renewable energies, in line with Mongolia's latest commitment at COP26. Second, we will continue supporting Mongolia's democratic and economic development. The European Union will continue to contribute to Mongolia's growth for the benefit of its citizens, in line with Vision 2050 of the Mongolian government. Third, I would like to support Mongolia in post-pandemic recovery and building together forward better. We would like to boost smart, clean and secure connectivity in digital, energy and transport, and strengthen health, education and research. This is the new initiative by the European Commission that we call the Global Gateway. On behalf of the delegation of the European Union to Mongolia and myself, I would like to express my heartfelt greetings to the people of Mongolia for the new year. I wish you and your families strong health, peace, prosperity and happiness. A very happy new year. Chin Ani Men Hoge.
At the beginning of 2021, we had hoped that in the course of this year, life would be back to normal. Now the year comes to an end, and we see that this was not the case. It was a difficult year. Once again, high-level visits between Germany and Mongolia had to be postponed, and joint projects were delayed. However, Mongolia carried out a very successful vaccination campaign throughout the year. I am very glad that Germany was able to support this by donating medical equipment to Mongolian hospitals, cooperating closely with the WHO and the EU delegation in Mongolia, and by funding a big part of the worldwide COVAX scheme for vaccination supply, from which Mongolia profited in spring this year. Due to this international cooperation and successful vaccination campaign, we were able to start German-Mongolian joint activities again in the course of 2021, not only online, but also in physical formats. Cultural and language activities could take place, and once again, 2 successful joint trainings of the German and Mongolian military were carried out. I'm especially glad that the long-standing German-Mongolian cooperation in the field of archaeology could be filled with life once again. Delayed by 1 year, in 2021, the wonderfully illustrated volume on 20 years of collaboration in the framework of the German-Mongolian Karakorum expedition could be presented. It was composed by Mongolian and German archaeologists to celebrate the 800th anniversary of the founding of Karakorum and highlights our outstanding cooperation in this field. We can all see that the pandemic presents ever new challenges to us. Nevertheless, we go into the new year with hope that we can recover from the difficulties of the last 2 years and will be able to continue the close German-Mongolian relationship with many activities. Ulan Bater hatte German Olsen elchen serin yamni nerin nos ta buchent hotchen on no sanardach Girshbe Khormyang Khern Khoirand, Hamgin San Sachen Buchnik Hussen Yoroi.
Chers amis mongols, chers compatriotes français, chers amis francophones, je suis très heureux de vous présenter pour la première fois et au nom de toute l'ambassade de France, mes vœux de nouvelle année. L'année qui se termine était importante pour la Mongolie. 100 ans de révolution populaire et de Mongolie moderne, 60 ans d'admission à l'ONU et un peu plus de 30 ans de transition démocratique. Cette histoire et ce chemin dans la démocratie et dans l'économie libre expliquent les valeurs que la France et la Mongolie partagent et qui sont au cœur de notre partenariat. J'ai aussi une pensée pour toutes les personnes qui ont été affectées par la pandémie de Covid-19, pour les familles endeuillées et aussi pour les enfants, les étudiants, dont la formation et ces années tellement importantes ont été perturbées par la pandémie. En 2021, la relation entre la France et la Mongolie a cependant continué à progresser, avec une visite importante de sénateurs en septembre, la première visite parlementaire en Mongolie depuis la pandémie, avec plusieurs échanges à haut niveau entre nos responsables politiques, la poursuite de notre coopération avec l'ANEMA, l'agence chargée des situations d'urgence, des investissements et des projets des entreprises françaises en Mongolie, notre présence au Festival du film, des expositions, des échanges dans tous les domaines et encore, tout récemment, 3 semaines d'entraînement conjoint à Oulan-Bator de nos 2 équipes nationales de judo. En 2022, nous poursuivrons cette dynamique dans tous les domaines. La France présidera l'Union européenne pour les 6 premiers mois de 2022. Ce sera une occasion de mettre la résilience, la relance, la stabilité en Asie et dans la région Indo-Pacifique au cœur de l'action des 27 pays de l'Union européenne. La France sera présente en 2022 pour appuyer la souveraineté de la Mongolie, répondre à ses besoins de développement des énergies renouvelables, de son agriculture. Surtout, la France sera présente auprès de la jeunesse, des artistes, des sportifs, des étudiants qui sont l'avenir de ce pays. Pour toutes ces raisons, je vous souhaite une très belle année 2022. Shinejilin Menkhurke.
Christmas and a New Year are popular not only in Christian country but everywhere. Here in Mongolia and especially in Ulaanbaatar, you feel Christmas atmosphere everywhere. You see Christmas trees, you see Christmas decoration, and you see the children very happy because Christmas and New Year is coming. We Polish diplomats, we are very happy because of Christmas this year. Why? Because March 2021, we reopened Polish embassy in Mongolia. We just concluded so-called Polish Week in Mongolia, organizing 3rd Chopin competition, international conference on the Mongolian state universities, few interesting exhibitions about Frédéric Chopin and also about Benedict Polacus, as well as Polish Days film in Ulaanbaatar. Using this opportunity, I want to wish to all citizens of Mongolia health, happiness, and all the best in the coming year 2022.